No.
Yo, what's happening, guys? I'm Jack. I'm joined with one of my best buds here, Alex.
Hey.
It's his first time on the podcast. We are the Two Hippies podcast. It's me and Alex. He's just off camera over here, enjoying his damn self. Gonna be guiding us a little bit. This is Dembski's first time on the pod, so we're kind of figuring that out. Dembski is a DJ in town. He mixes all over. He makes his money on the weekends doing that.
I make some of my money on the weekends doing that. Unfortunately, that does not pay enough for a full-time gig.
Yep, 9 to 5s. That's what we gotta do. We gotta work gigs, and we do some fun stuff like this.
No, yeah, it's I treat it more as like a really fun hobby.
Yeah, that pays pretty good.
Oh, it's been paying better recently, that's for sure.
Hell yeah. So we're just kind of enjoying ourselves. It's a Wednesday afternoon.
Yep, right after work, right after the 9 to 5.
There we go. We're back at it, working again.
This is gonna
Mac
be a real
4 now. Yeah, hopefully one day. So I think this is a great opportunity. One of my loves, and I haven't really talked about it much on the pod, is dance music. I've dabbled in DJing a little bit and producing music. I use FL Studio. We both use Record Box. And we both like house and techno. Dembski has a little affinity towards bass, would you say?
In comparison to you guys, yeah. I do. But, like, I don't know. Compared to Caston, no.
Oh, yeah. One of our other DJ buddy, Castons, he's full dubstep.
He's
rhythm.
running a dubstep page. It's got like 200,000.
Yeah, what's the name? Let's shout it out right here.
It's a bass.dubstep.tracks, something like that.
Well, I'll vamp a little bit while he gets the full name.
It'll
I'll
be,
put it on screen.
let's see.
We'll put it on screen for you.
It's
Yeah.
called bass.dubstep.tracks. I was right.
Perfect.
Let's go. Go
Nailed
check
it.
him out. He's got a bunch of followers. He puts out good content.
Any
Yeah.
potential guest in the show?
You've good potential guests on the show. But yeah, I mean, like, the difference between me and him is like, okay, so we went to Decadence, right? I wanted to see John
Which
Summit.
Decadence is a local festival over New Year's here in
Yes,
Phoenix,
there's a
Arizona.
New Year's festival. I wanted to see Mal P on the main stage. He wanted to see some dubstep person on the other stage. So we kind of mostly saw Mal P and then switched over. But like, if it wasn't for me wanting to see Mal P, he would just be at the other stage.
Yep.
You know, so
Yeah.
like I'll
If he had his way.
go to the dubstep and the bass shows, but it depends on like who and who else is playing. So I don't know if it's Skrillex, which right now he's getting really bassy again.
Yep.
I'd say he's a bass guy. I'd go see him over anybody right now.
And like, you know what I'd say about Skrillex's new album is it almost seems like an homage to his bro step days. And you were letting on to me that a lot of these, few of these tracks were already kind of out in the zeitgeist, and he finally just officially released it. Like, people have been playing some of these drops.
Not
live.
people, Skrillex.
Skrillex, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe some other people, but I think what the thing is he had like 2 laptops stolen, so he lost a bunch of music that he was working on with that. And then clearly it seems like there was a lot of like drops to other songs that what am I trying to say? Drops to other songs that he has out, but like
Never
alternative
released.
drops that never made the final cut.
Got it.
I noticed definitely some of that. And then even like 1 or 2 songs that were like just kind of sound like the original one. Where there was like, probably the most bro step song on there that sounds like one of his old songs.
Like
I
the
can't
third
even-
track or the fourth track.
I couldn't
And,
even
like,
tell you.
Let's explain this album a little bit. This album is fully mixed like a set. It's every
Yeah.
song is about 45 seconds to a minute long, and it's all
Some
blended
longer than
together.
that, but yeah, it's pretty much like 1 drop per song. and it's this whole like collective. If you listen to it first, second, third, all in order, it's all mixed together. They seamlessly flow together. But
yeah, so that's kind of like out and something we've been listening to. Something we do on the regular is listen to New House Music Friday. It's a great playlist put out on Spotify by Ben Dukes. You can find it there. It's got hundreds of thousands of followers.
Oh, is it by a person?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was.
He updates it every Friday.
I thought it was by Spotify.
No.
Okay.
But this guy has to have an in somehow because
they promote it.
Well, no. Oftentimes he'll have songs on there that haven't been released in the U.S. but dropped in Europe. Like he has like.
Maybe he's not based in the U.S.
Yeah. But like, also I feel like there's been like some unreleased tracks that
make it on Spotify's New House Music Friday.
Or maybe it's just not released in the U.S. That's probably what it is.
What makes you say that?
Because like they're like grayed out and you can't play them. Sometimes it doesn't have like album cover yet.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
That was like in the early days. I haven't really seen that much lately.
Huh. That's interesting.
I wonder if he's tied in somehow. Because like he
Maybe.
obviously
or it's probably it's probably his job to like make playlists and he gets
I've
paid to
Googled
like
him.
work on this playlist every week.
Yeah, he must work for a newspaper or something. Because like he does it like a job. Updates it like 100 tracks a week. And it ranges from all kinds of sounds of house. Like sometimes there's tracks on there that aren't house that I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Like I don't really I'm not saying that about like techno tracks or like really fast ones, but like sometimes he'll put like drum and bass or a new kind of bassy track in there.
Yeah, and I haven't noticed
house.
that, and I haven't paid attention to whether or not those are like the artists who generally make house making.
I've seen some like bass artists and drum and bass artists get featured for sure.
Yeah, sometimes it does seem like it is like house music, New House Music Fridays, and also really popular non-house songs.
Yep.
So, but yeah, it's a really good place to go and find new house music every week. All conveniently located in one playlist. We check it out. We're gonna do something where we like check out the new.
Can I suggest something? Can you draft the new songs? Like just draft your favorites.
I haven't listened to them.
Okay.
I mean, we could do like a reaction of like some new songs.
Yeah.
Or I'm thinking we can just draft. Let's are you able on the laptop to play us music through there?
Yeah, but it's not gonna play on the
Headphones, because the headphones are coming out of there.
Wait, it won't play out of the headphones?
Uh-uh.
If you play it off Apple Music, Nabal?
What if you put your audio output to the box?
Put your phone up to the microphone.
I guess I could do that, but that's kind of jank.
Yeah.
Little
Super
bit.
chank.
Little jank. Little jank take big jank. You know what I'm saying? What I'm thinking we could start off with is just a little fun is draft Flume songs.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. I can do that. I just did a deep dive on Flume. Oh, another one.
Another one.
Yeah.
But that's for curating a playlist for
Yes.
where you play Palmer, right?
I add this on the list, but my favorite Flume song is "Holding On" with Freddie Gibbs. You know
That's the Freddie Gibbs remix.
Yeah, but the Freddie Gibbs remix is the only one I listen to. Although the original
You also like You and Me's Flume remix of Disclosure.
Everybody
Oh,
likes
yeah, I
that
think you
song.
showed me that one.
Well, you knew
You
it.
know it for
You
sure.
knew. I didn't
And
show
then
you
never-
that
never-
song.
was it Never
It's
Let
the one
You
that's
Go?
gonna be you
Never Let You Go.
and
That's
me.
what Never
Gonna
Let You
be
Go
everything
has
you
the.
You and Missy,
It's off of Skin.
that album. Yeah.
It's off his Skin. Never Let You Go. Yeah, like no, Flume is like so unique, and I think that's
Yes.
Before we get into this draft, I think what makes the greats of the greats in electronic music, and I think in any genre,
Yes.
is a uniqueness. Like
Yep.
no, if you play a Flume song, it sounds like a Flume song.
Yeah.
And no one makes it like Flume. Skrillex, if you play a Skrillex song, I could probably guess it's Skrillex without knowing it's Skrillex.
For a majority of his music. Yeah.
And you know that goes to Deadmau5, to a lot of guys like that really have these like long staying powers, or like
yes.
and yes, they can branch out and make stuff that doesn't sound like them, but originally, like what they first come out with is uniquely them. No
But
one else is
even-
doing it.
even
And that's what
at
makes
that
it
point-
popular, you know?
Even at that point, like, the more they do, the more you hear their style, and the more you can pick out the ones that might not seem like their style, but you're like, oh well, they do their percussion like this, and that sounds
Their
like
drops go like this.
yeah. Like I feel like Marshmello is a good example. Like he was
That's
doing
synth choice, I feel like, for me. And
but
vocals.
okay, like when I was more aware of the music he was releasing, it was like Joy Time,
Yeah.
which was like happy trap, and then he was also doing radio songs with like Selena Gomez and
I think
Khalid,
that was a little
and
after Joytime 1.
yeah, for sure it was more like Joy Time 2, like
Yeah,
before
just
Joy
after
Time 2.
Joytime 2.
But what I'm saying is like he does like his EDM albums and stuff, and then he does his radio hits, but even with those, they sound so different. But a lot of them you can start to pick up.
You can
oh
tell it's
yeah, that's
Marshmello.
totally a Marshmello song.
Well,
Once you know it, it might be harder to like pick it out if you don't know. But once you know, you're like, oh yeah, I can hear it. I can hear that this is definitely a Marshmello song.
and maybe it's kind of a chicken or the egg kind of thing, where like, are you popular because you're unique, or is your uniqueness what makes you popular?
Wait, what? Are you popular because you're unique, or is your uniqueness what makes you popular? That's the same thing said
Basically.
twice.
Or are you unique?
I understand where he's going.
Yeah.
Are you popular because you're unique, or you unique
Your uniqueness
because you're popular?
Actually,
Like, is the
no,
fact
I
that you're popular what
or
makes
like
you
what
so unique?
what drives what? Like, is it, are you popular because you're unique coming out in the time and frame, or the zeitgeist?
I think that depends on the artist. Some artists are willing to follow the trends and maintain their popularity through the trends. Other ones are able to push boundaries, do something different that makes them stand out,
And
And
I think that's more the second one you said there, Nabong, where he's saying people coming out, bursting out with a unique sound. That's more of what dance music is, and like that's why the Fishers blow up. That's why the Joyrides blow up. Is that unique sound that, like, when I first heard Joyride, you knew exactly you were in a car, you were speeding down the road.
Yeah.
And he keeps that theme throughout his
Yes.
music. Like it's unrelenting in that way.
Yeah.
And I think that's unique. And I think people strive to find things that they are like a genre, like they're familiar with house or tech house, but done in a unique way.
Yeah,
And the
that's
same
what I was
thing with-
about to say. I feel like you still want to be on the trend unless you're so good that you start a new trend. Like with Joyride, like Bass House was still like really popular, and he was on like the tail end of it. And like Brave is honestly like the last great bass album I can think of coming out. But yeah, I feel like it's like being able to do the trend but in a unique way is how a lot of the long time Diplo, Tiesto, David Guetta, like
two of those names I would dispute in that case.
okay, go ahead.
David Guetta and Diplo, I don't think they have a sound. Yes, they do a lot of sounds amazingly. I'm not arguing some of their talent in any way, shape, or form. But if you played me a Diplo song and I didn't know it was a Diplo song, I don't think I could tell you it was a Diplo song.
Yeah, I guess I would say now, but with the way Diplo did his like rebrand was so instant, like he was like the bass house trap guy, and like he had a little bit of crossover with the tech house, but you were pretty much getting like one or the other, or half and half. But then it was just like only tech house now.
And I think like the other route to be a great in this
And
genre
now,
is versatility.
Totally. And now I think that you can tell a Diplo house song apart. And even like the music, you're right, Diplo is a hard one because the music he releases
And I'd say
tends to
Guetta
be
too.
pretty different than what he plays in his sets.
The only thing that has been like that David Guetta has done that I could know like, oh, that's done by David Guetta is everything under his Jack back. That's the only thing.
That
but that's
is
another
so
alias.
not true. That is so not true. What are you talking about? He was one of the kings of the golden era of EDM.
Yeah, but like
Bad and like
I
could
could
go
not
on
be
and
like,
on
oh
and
yeah,
on.
that's a David
Or what
Guetta
about
synth.
his like pop?
That's a David Guetta vocal he would choose. I feel like it was just like really premium, well done at the time that someone like some other guys could do, like Afrojack or some of the big ones. Maybe not Afrojack, but like I'm trying to think of a better example than that.
I don't know. I disagree, but I don't know if I can really formulate the counter argument to you. But what I will say is I think you're undervaluing when you look at his grand scheme, because like he's got eras and like he does
from,
different
like, the
things.
Early '90s, bro.
Yeah, so he's
like,
had a super long
He
career
ran
and
a
a
club
lot
in
of
France.
adjustment. That doesn't mean that what I'm saying isn't true. So yeah, like you've got like the future rave sound. You've got the golden era EDM
yes,
big
his
room.
future rave
You've
era
got the Jack. What was it? Jack Black. Sound.
Jack Back
sound
wasn't even fully unique to him, but like I could tell it was a David Guetta Jack Back song.
I get what you're saying.
And I feel like that's the,
and
like,
he does like stuff outside of it. And I guess I get your argument of like it's less of like distinctly David Guetta than like Skrillex is distinctly Skrillex. I totally get what you're saying, but
I don't think that should discredit somebody.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying like,
and that doesn't mean that still doesn't apply. And I saw something interesting, or somebody saying something interesting on like YouTube or something, and it was like popular people's music, like pop stars' music, does it sound so generic because it is generic and that's why it's popular, or is it generic because it's popular and then more people hop on that trend and then that exactly? Are they not generic but then it's so good that it becomes generic, or is it generic from the get-go? And obviously that just depends.
Yeah,
it just depends. But
Maroon 5 from like 2012 to like 2020 is generic music.
Yeah.
Yep. And Benny was the benefactor of a lot of that.
Blanco?
Yeah. You know him and
yeah, Benny Blanco is like the king of.
Get a little closer if you want to chat up.
Him and Selena Gomez dropped an album together.
Yeah, I didn't listen to it.
Obviously I don't listen. I've never listened to a Selena Gomez album.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. It's like kind of like Sonny and Cher or something like that.
Maybe. Could be our modern day Sonny and Cher.
Maybe.
But yes, and I was like in the middle of there, I did say like versatility is another way, because we started the discussion talking about uniqueness ascending to greatness, like a Skrillex or a Deadmau5, or how like you can burst on the scene like a Joyride, or just like be doing that genre, but like no one else is doing it like that, or even inventing a genre. Sometimes like that's how Don Diablo got to popularity, and he kind of like, yeah, he didn't invent Future House, but the way he did it,
yeah, exactly,
was so unique.
Same thing with Flume, which got us onto this. Like Flume makes future bass, which is a very common genre. It's a popular genre, especially when he was in his heyday.
Yep.
but the way he makes it is so much different than all the other future bass that you hear that he rose to the top. So I think it's twofold, and it kind of just depends on what kind of career you have. You have to have a unique sound, but to have longevity, you have to have the variety. That's what I think.
The times, follow the trends.
Yeah, because, like, all right,
I think
Joyride,
people
very unique. And I will admit, he took his foot off the gas. I think he hasn't released any new music
because I think he
since Brave.
sucked as a live producer, a live performer. He wasn't.
No,
he was a great.
I can attest that is.
Well, there
far
was
from the
always
truth.
there was
I think if anything,
rumors,
it's the opposite.
There was always rumors he used pre-made sets.
Mm.
And remember when we saw him at EDC,
It didn't
he
sound
fucked up and hit pause on the wrong deck.
Yeah, he did.
So like one of the 2 times I've seen him, he fucked up on stage. And there's been these rumors that
but he also was
pre-recorded
like,
sets.
I've been doing this for 10 years and or 4 years, something like that, and I've never done that before. It was also like pool party, beach day, like
Yeah, I'm not trying to shit on the dude, but I'm just saying like.
Yeah, I mean, I've been like peak Casa, like in the middle of a drop, and I'm pressing Q. This happened one time. I thought I was pressing Q on this song, but I accidentally pressed Q on the song I was playing, and everybody was like, what? Like a verbal like disappointment. I was like, fuck. I got it back as quickly as I could, and back to business. But
Hey,
it happens.
Do you want to give any like tips for anyone who's trying to do the DJ business, like try to get into DJing?
Any tips for DJing in the clubs?
I'd say the biggest tips for getting in the club specifically is get out there and meet everybody. Create a network in the clubs that you in and around the places that you want to play. And then I'd say the biggest thing with DJing is spend as much time as you can doing it, because it's the only way you're going to get better. And like it is like playing an instrument. You have to like understand the feel for it to really get good at it.
And even like maybe a drill, maybe for a beginner DJ that I've kind of like thought about is like pick 5 songs you can mix back to back to back, and then do it again and perfect it. Like just like really get like understanding like how to nail, and like also learning a variety in mixes. Don't just take a high pass filter, bring in the bass, and take the bass out of the other one. That's one way. Don't just loop only to bring in a new song. Like figure out
have an arsenal of different transitions that you can pull out.
Mm-hmm.
And piggybacking off of your like pick 5 songs and like optimize the transitions and figure out the different transitions.
And do it again.
I'd say the biggest thing that helped me get better and get confident with different types of transitions was pre-planning sets to record.
Like set in order of a track list that you.
I mean, it would generally start out with like, all right, a playlist of songs that I want in the mix, and I want the mixed vibe to be. And then I figure out my first song, and then I go through the songs, figure out which ones.
An extra credit, do it in key.
Yeah, which I wasn't doing before, which I don't know. I feel like to start out, don't mix in key, but it definitely makes it easier. I will say that, because you can have 2 songs. Hold on, let me get back to this other point.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, get a playlist. Start out with the first song. Sometimes I play like I'm like picking through 10 different songs to try to mix this one song with, and like I find one that's pretty good, and I'll go through other ones, and then you have to figure out like what transition sounds the coolest. But pre-planning the sets, going through that work of like really, what's the word I'm trying to use? Really figure out and take your time to figure out what the coolest transition you can do, and practicing cooler transitions and then putting that together in a set, and then recording that set, recording you doing those transitions, listening to that over and over again, and just continuing the process. You just get better and better. That's how I almost have always, I guess I can't say that, but a lot of my I added a new skill, came from me pre-planning sets and taking that time to like
Do it again.
really do the coolest transition, the best sounding transition I could possibly do. And yeah, that helped me build up my arsenal.
Yes. And like the extra credit I was saying was like once you've really kind of mastered that a little bit, it's like setting up in key, like making sure like you have a playlist that's diverse in key as well, like that you can go through. Like a lot of times playing live, like there's no like pre-planned set. You're playing a live playlist, like anyone can ask you to play anything, at least in the club setting we're talking about. But like how you get good is at like mastering those transitions and like being creative on the fly is like setting up and pre-planning your like just like going through the motions, like setting up a routine. And like if you've even developed a routine, then like know like, oh, like I like this song and I want to bring in this, like I know like the vocal's really hot on this and it's a very instrumental beginning on this, so like it'd be great to loop it. But that would not be the case for every mix, you know, like you gotta like have diversity in your selection. That's how you build up your arsenal, is like setting up like what you want to do, a little pre-plan, and then like executing it over and over again until like you can just do it live in front of people without any hitches.
Yeah.
Because we kind of started our first ever sets on the rave scene.
Yeah.
You know,
in the forest. But I don't know. See, I don't know how I feel about like beginners, at least mixing in key, and the reason why is because I didn't start mixing in key until 5 years in, maybe more, probably 5 years in, and it was never an issue for me before, and it definitely teaches you about clashing and like really making sure you're picking the right songs, and also how to transition out when songs are clashing and stuff like that. But now I almost solely use the key mixing feature, but I would say the main reason why I do is because it just makes less options for me. It narrows down the options, and I know that the risk of clashing is way lower when I am mixing in key.
In case the mix goes awry.
Yeah. So less chance of clashing, although not fully, like, doesn't guarantee there's no clashing. I will sometimes play songs that are in the same key and they still just sound like shit next to each other. It still happens. It is what it is. You figure it out.
And like what the system might read the key of the song is might not actually be the overall key of the song, you know.
That's a potential.
Maybe like
for
one
sure.
of the drums.
It changes, yeah. It changes later on, and yeah, that happens. But yeah, I don't know, because I feel like
okay, another beginner tip I just thought about that's related to key is like you can see key in the RGB waveform in Rekordbox and Serato, and we mix in blue and white.
Wait, you can see key?
Yeah, the different colors are different keys.
Different.
Yeah, dude. If I organize my waveforms in RGB and organize it by key, they like E flats, like kind of
It's
more
slightly
purpley, like or like an A is all like almost all green, like yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
at all.
the RGB shows key as well.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna look at the color of the track. I'm just gonna look at what the key is.
And so I recommend beginners using RGB to begin with. Yeah, blue and white is what you're gonna run into club, but how many of us are gonna be?
See, that's not even true though. You set your setting on your USB. I personally do the blue because nobody else does the blue, and everybody
you're
else
OG,
seems
dog.
to struggle with it. So it makes me feel cool.
Yeah, but we rock it.
Yeah. I don't know. I've definitely like back to back with people, and they're like, "Oh, the blue. I don't know what's going on here."
Yeah, we look like we're straight from the 90s. Imagine we do a back-to-back at Walter one time, and like it's just the blue and white.
Sick.
Because I've been behind decks.
Yeah,
It's all RG.
it's all everybody does that color, and I get it. It's like definitely the most descriptive coloring scheme. If that's that's the best way to describe it. It's the most descriptive.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it.
It's the most colorful. And but it's so basic. It's so basic. Come on, be cool. Mix in blue. Dog. God. Plus I like blue, and RGB is mostly red.
Yep.
At least for EDM.
Based on, well, yeah,
And I like blue. That makes me feel cool.
blue's dope.
Gang.
But we should draft some Flume songs here.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All the way back.
Yeah, we were talking about dropping Flume like 15 minutes ago.
Was it 15? It felt like longer
Something
than
like
that.
It was way longer. I'll give you the first overall pick.
Okay, yeah. How are we doing this? Okay.
We're going back.
Back and forth.
I'll tell you, our most viral draft was the Led Zeppelin draft. We drafted Led Zeppelin songs.
Okay.
So
All right. I see how this goes. Obviously, number one pick, You and Me Flume remix.
I don't know if that's obvi.
That's Avi. It's Avi.
All right, you take You and Me Flume remix.
I can't leave that on the board for you to take. What are you talking about?
Jack,
I'm stuck between two.
The microphone's like blocking your face.
Oh, is that better?
I think it should. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, one of the recordings, like you had the whole stand like block your face, so I couldn't see.
Tough.
Nobody needs to see this. This ain't the money
But
maker.
that's the whole point. Like, we're trying to be like the makeshift project.
All right, let's do it. All right, so I'm going to take. Fuck, this is tough. Never Be Like You.
Okay. I'm 90% sure I'm taking Hold On. Hold On.
Fuck, that's that's the song I was deciding between to take.
Yeah, that was.
Holding on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
that's
gonna do the
that's
Freddie-
what it is. Okay, yeah, that one.
we're
I
gonna do the
can't
Freddie
take
Gibbs
you. You're taking it?
Yeah, Holding
remix.
On.
Specify that it's the Freddie Gibbs.
No, I want the original.
Oh,
Ah, see, that's the song
the
I was
Freddie Gibbs
deciding
remix is still on
between
the
to
board.
pick.
I got to go back and listen to the Freddie
Oh,
Gibbs
that's right.
remix.
one of my favorites.
I might do a deep pull. Yeah, we're gonna go Stay Close.
Okay. I'll do a deep pull. I think it's a
Wait,
deep
repeat
pull.
that. Repeat that so I can get it on the mic.
Stay Close.
Okay, I'll also go with the deep one, I think. Blue Flume remix.
No, that's a great song.
I think I'm killing this right now.
Let's go.
He's got so much good music. This is hard.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
Is this a personal or like all time?
Well, we're gonna ask the comment section who has a better graph.
Fair.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do Say It.
So it's up to you if you want to give your personal or if you want.
Say It featuring Tuvlo.
Okay, good one. All right, we got two left. This is hard. So many good options, but I'm like pretty much stuck between four.
I know what I'm picking. If you don't take it,
I am gonna say, yeah. I don't want to say this one, but it's how do I not say this one? On top.
on top, good pick.
Oh, that's gonna make this last one really hard.
I don't think it's better than Drop the Game though.
Yep, that's one of the ones I
just
was. Okay, that.
I think I got one back there.
Yeah, that narrows things down a lot for me. All right, it's between two songs. You know what? I'll let you pick the last one first.
No, that's not how it works.
No, I'm a good guy.
No,
I'll let
that's
you
not a
pick
good guy
first.
move. That's
Oh.
not a good guy move.
He's changing his draft.
It's
You're
two.
cheating.
It's two. There's two songs that I'm trying to pick between. And I think I'm gonna go with. This is hard. I want to listen to it, but can I do that? Doesn't look like it. Any what cuts trigger by still if you always let him go. My mom says to pick the very best one, and you are not it. Sorry, it's Rushing Back. That's the one we're going with.
Rushing Back.
I wonder if you'll pick the other one.
Insane.
No, that's not what I was thinking, but good one.
Is that the one with the Killer Mike remix?
I
No
don't
clue.
know. Yeah,
Never know
not a
if
clue.
Killer Mike touched the track.
Or let me pull it up.
All right, I think that was a good list.
Okay, so
I'm
the
glad
one
we-
that I was weighing it between, obviously I was thinking about Drop the Game. Probably should have capitalized. I was going to do that on the third one, but I was like, no, let me go a little more unique.
A little deeper.
But it was between Rushing Back and the Lord Flume remix. What song is that?
I gotta play this for you guys.
Oh yeah, we didn't draft that. Oh, so you can play us
Tennis
music in our ears.
Yeah.
Liar.
Yeah, but I can't have it shown.
Hmm.
Like you can't see it in the recording.
The audience can hear.
The audience can't hear. Only
That's okay.
Yeah.
We can do it in post.
That's dope.
But is this do you hear the Killer Mike? Is this Killer Mike?
What?
It's dope.
This is
I
sick.
just wanted to show you. New album.
Yeah, but he's got so much good music. All right, let's hear the run back. What was yours?
I had Never Be Like You,
Uh-huh.
Stay Close,
Uh-huh.
Say It, featuring Tevlo, Drop
Uh-huh.
the Game, Insane.
You
Yeah,
got his more top 10 hits.
Yep.
His let's see what I got.
You got You and Me.
Best ever. I
Pretty
win.
dope.
Right there. Boom. No,
No, dude. Holding On, another
Boom.
fucking great track.
Banger.
Blue
Blue.
remix. Pretty good.
Great.
On Top.
Another banger. Now I'm kind of wishing I went somewhere else though.
Rushing
I
Back.
could have picked Drop the Game.
Yep.
That would have I
That
would
would've
have
won the
definitely won you.
now it's up to debate.
Yeah. Oh, I'm curious. What will the people say?
What will you say?
So, no, for real, let us know in the comments. I'm
I have an idea
excited
for another draft.
to hear what Nabong has to say because he's the only one
I
who's
don't
going to
know any of
comment.
that shit. Honestly, I only know like 2 songs, so like my opinion doesn't really matter. I'm just glad that Jax has like a different perspective. When he talks with me, we can only talk about so much because I only.
Because you're an idiot.
Yeah,
I just
basically.
I can't get into EDM because I don't like EDM.
Yeah, EDM sucks.
No, EDM sucks as much as golf.
Golf does
Golf
suck.
definitely sucks. Oh, you want to run it back and see if you got it right?
Oh no,
Run
I
what
just
back?
picked guys that I thought were good, and they were all over the top 10.
Yeah, you didn't pick
Wow, that's
Rory.
crazy.
No, Rory was on the list.
Gang.
Yeah, of course you had to have Rory.
Rory was in my top 3.
I mean, didn't we all know Rory was gonna win it this year? I sure did.
Rory hasn't won it.
No,
before,
that's
so
a lie. That's a lie. I convinced Trevor to go 50-50 on a $100 bet on the Rose guy when it went into the playoff hole. I was like, dude, Rose is playing. Yeah, I was like, Rose is playing lights out right now, and Rory is not playing his
I have
best.
an idea for a draft your festival, your dream festival.
Ooh, I like that. But speaking of
That's so
Rose, real
hard.
quick, before we run too far away from that, he's led the tournament 10 times and has never won it.
Is that the guy who you're talking about?
The guy
Who,
that you bet on.
at the end of the day. No, you told me about this guy earlier who's like, yeah, he by the end of a day at the Masters, or at a Masters, he's led 10 separate days.
Yep.
At the end of the day, he was the leader. That's crazy. And he almost had it too.
Almost.
That would have been
He battled.
gangster as fuck.
He battled.
He battled
He's
for it.
old. He's a little bit
Yeah.
older too.
Yeah,
Shouldn't say old. Don't want to discriminate towards some of our audience. Because he's only like
Oldies.
42. They're not that. 42 is not that.
Old is 29. That's when you officially become old.
We're getting close, man.
You are. I'm gonna be 25 forever.
you ever seen that movie In Time? With
No.
Justin Timberlake?
No.
So the
Oh yeah.
Where they've got the It's terrible
It was
movie.
day 25 for
So bad movie.
Yeah. Okay, what he wants us to draft festivals.
All right.
No,
Dude.
not festivals, like your dream festival lineup. Like
How many
Oh.
artists do I get?
Yeah.
Let's do.
And like see if you like what your approach is. for
Let's
that.
do a normal setup. So what is it? 5?
So like
in a
outside
night?
of EDM or EDM edition.
Okay, let's
No,
do
you're saying
this.
all
Let's
time.
make it simple. Let's do a house and techno. We've
One
got
from each
one.
genre, one from each.
Hold on. Yeah, we've got a house stage and a techno stage. We've got 6 slots on each. We have to have like headliners, openers, mid-tier. So we have to stay within house and techno, and we need to have like headliner tier, maybe 2 like almost headliner at some
Dude, we can
places,
start a trend with this.
and then like a mid-tier and then opener.
Dude, we can start this
Let's
is
do
like-
it.
Do clap. Just clap.
All right, there we go. All
Yeah.
right, we left off. We're gonna pick the Dream Festival. This is current DJs and producers.
Yeah.
This is not.
This is like if we were making the festival like this year.
Yep. So we're not including retired or passed away legends such as Avicii, or Daft Punk. Yeah.
I definitely took current relevantness very much into account.
Yeah, and I'm going legends.
Oh, interesting. Okay, we'll see how this comes out then. This is very interesting.
I'm sprinkling in some relevance.
Okay.
All right. I
Want me
think
to
we
decide who
should.
gets the first pick?
Yes,
All right, Dembski, you get the first pick.
Okay, well,
So-
I think we should start with house, right?
I agree.
Okay. Are we going top to bottom or bottom to top?
Let's go. Ooh, that's a good
Let's
question.
go bottom to top. We'll go tier by tier, bottom to
Yeah,
top.
you want to go obscure first?
Yeah,
Okay.
I do. Okay. So, for my house stage, starting off the night, I've got To Be Honest.
To be honest, is good.
Tech house, lot of good stuff, but hasn't had like a major hit. Pretty underground, comes from, I think went to U of A. Comes from Tucson. Let's go.
To be honest.
To Be Honest, I think that's a great first act. Got a lot of good songs. You know, like
I
What's
think I'm
that?
gonna trail you.
What's that song? That's really big. That's a To Be Honest and like Biscuits, I think.
Yeah, but that's because of biscuit. Well, anyways,
No,
I'm gonna trail
fair.
you and
Okay.
go Omnom.
Oh,
Very similar artist.
okay. That's interesting.
Why? You had Omnom higher?
Kind of. But we'll keep going.
Should I can pick a more obscure.
No,
if you don't think
that's fine.
That's
So-
valid.
So, no, it's fine, but we've got some overlap there. Okay, so your number 6 was Omnom. I love that answer.
All right, let's hop over to the techno stage.
Should we go?
And then I'll pick the.
Let's go stage by
most
stage
obscure.
first because I really want to get into that Om Nom. Because here's where that Om Nom overlaps. So for my number 5, I've got Barry Can't Swim.
Great pick.
Great pick. Glad you agree. Number 4, my back
What's your
to back.
back?
I've got Hyper Beam, Odd Mob back to back, Om Nom.
Can you pick that since I already picked Om Nom?
Well, I didn't know you were gonna pick Om Nom.
Well, I'm saying I have so many like that's what took me a while. Is I created a lot of different combinations in case you took one of mine.
I understand.
And Barry Swim.
Well,
was one of them.
let's start off by saying our answers, and then we can consolidate into one.
Just like make
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what I said. This is what you said. We can consolidate it later into one festival. But right now, I've got starting off the night. To be honest, following him, Barry Can't Swim. Boom, we're slamming already. Then Odd Mob back to back, Om Nom, your Hyper Beam set. People will drive near and far to go see that set. That's just our third set of the night.
Damn.
Boom. What's your
See-
4, 5, and 4?
Well, you've already kind of like taken it to that notch.
Really? Yeah. Okay. Let's hear
And
it.
I was gonna go Matroda,
Okay.
and my back to back was Dombreski back to back Noizu.
Bresky back to back Noisy. That sounds banging.
Yeah, that's a great set so far.
That's a great set. I mean, I would go to both of these festivals at the moment. Your 5 was what?
My 5 was Matroda.
Matroda. Love it. Yeah. I would see Matroda or Barry Can't Swim. To be honest, Om Nom. I mean, if we're going to throw the Hyper Beam set in there, I'd go see.
Yeah,
that.
I don't know. I prefer.
What was your
Dombreski
back-to-back?
back to boy?
Yeah.
Noizu.
I've seen that before. And it's banging.
It was rowdy.
It's rowdy.
It's
okay.
like tech house and it's disco. It's just like a
It's so
riot.
banging. It's a riot. All right, so my 3 and 2 at my number 3 spot, I got Sammy Vergie. I know he's got some like more UK garage stuff in there too.
I think in this tier I should go, then you go.
Okay.
And then in my number 2, I'm gonna.
Your
take,
number 3, you mean?
Oh yeah.
You haven't said your number 3. I just said my number 3.
Yeah. All right. My number 3,
Yeah.
MK.
Oh yeah. I
Mark
like
Kitchen.
that. Yeah, I like that. Although Sammy Vergie's really hot right now. He's like the modern
I feel like
MK.
I feel like Dombreski and Noizu could hand it off to MK so well.
Yeah, I've seen
And go into like a really sick MK house
Yeah.
set. I don't know.
Yeah, I was also thinking a little bit about the flow, a little bit. But anyways.
What did you say about Ducks?
About who?
Ducks.
I said that was a back-to-back.
All right, never mind. And that was off. They're too top tier to be featured, unfortunately.
Okay, so you're number 2.
Oh, am I going back to back?
Didn't you say you wanted to do that?
Or I was saying I could eat 3, 3, 2, 2.
Oh, okay.
Or I
So your
could go
number 3 was what?
MK.
MK. Love it.
Mark
All right.
Kitchen.
My number 2 was Malpi, who I think is the hottest in the game right now.
And I was going to also kind of go a little bit in that lane. I think could headline, but I think also could be a number 2 is Chris Stussy.
Oh, yeah.
So Mark Kitchen into Chris Stussy.
I mean, Malpi is bigger than Chris Dussy.
I don't know. Chris Dussy's pretty hot right now.
Not as hot as Malpi. Come on. Get real. Get real. Malpi, come on. Come on.
All right.
I'm
I
not
can
saying
throw
Chris
someone else
Dusty's
instead.
bad. No, I'm not saying that he doesn't deserve.
I think
to
he's
be
hot
there.
right now, dude.
He's definitely hot right now. He's hot right now. Obviously, I'm biased towards Malpi. And then my number 1, I got a really, really popular. Well, oh, shoot. I think I fucked up. Here's what I'll say. All right. My number 1 was Kai Music, which
Interesting.
is Rampa back to back and me back to back Adam Port.
Now
Basically.
you open up everything for me. Like, if you're gonna take Fisher, I was gonna take Claptone. If if you took Summy, I was probably gonna take Fisher. So like, there's so many here.
Oh, so you have a rotating
Yeah, I was.
gang. But okay, Kai music super popular right now. They could go just about anywhere in the world and sell out.
Hey, before I take
And
my
just
next pick,
great music. They're one of the biggest names on Coachella this year.
I want to make an honorable mention.
Okay.
Maddion. I want on my house stage somewhere if I can revise this.
I like that. In that case, I'm going to have one.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to throw this person on. I've got many honorable mentions, to be honest with you. But this one, I starred and then I took him off. Medusa.
Good one.
I like that.
Yep, both of ours.
I could switch Sammy Virgie with Medusa.
Both of ours are M's.
Yeah.
Maddion and Medusa. Some European
All right,
daddies.
I like that.
All right, so my number one, I'll stop the pussyfooting around.
Whoa. This is a PG podcast. Sucker. Okay, go ahead.
My last pick. I'm going to take Fisher.
Yeah, we'll bleep that.
Well, we only allow N-words.
Okay. You're number one.
Hey,
You're supposed to
Fisher.
have it all.
Fisher.
Banger.
No,
Fisher.
Yeah.
We were singing a song with the N-word, and we were like, hey, can we allow to say that N-word here? And then I was like, saying it with a hard R. He's like, hey, you can't say it.
What the
Like,
heck?
why not?
That's crazy.
Hey, this part won't be in the podcast.
No, it won't. Yeah, cut that. Okay.
As an N-word, I mean like nice.
Nice. Sick. Okay. Well, anyways. Yeah, we're going to cut that whole part. Hey, sorry, we're back, guys. We had some technical difficulties.
Yeah, my mic fell over.
We're back. So we finished off with my headliners, Kai Music. Jack's headliner is Fisher for the
No,
house
I take
stage.
that back.
Oh,
He said the N-word over when I said my pick, and like I had to pick Fisher, just cause like I don't know, I panicked. So I'm gonna pick Claptone.
Okay. All right. Claptone.
Claptone to finish it.
Claptone it is.
I'm kidding, by the way. He didn't say the N-word.
Okay.
This is a PG. PG
You
podcast.
guys
Right.
are
No
goofballs. All right.
No, why are you talking? No, we're
What
keeping
the
everything.
fudge is going on?
Motherfucker.
Okay. Boom. Techno
We're
stage.
like iCarly, bro.
iCarly wishes.
Yeah, for real. All right, so we're gonna go techno stage. I'll pick first this time.
Started the TikTok like that.
I'm gonna take.
Everyone got famous online.
No, I started it.
Oh yeah, because you're a genius.
Hey, before we go to the techno, should we
No.
rehearse our stages real quick,
Rehearse?
or
Sure.
restate our?
All right. So we have what do we call this game?
It's our. It's not really a
It's
game.
not
It's
really
just
a game,
pick
it's like
pick
this is
your
Lineup.
Pick your best lineup.
This is our fantasy lineups.
I like that.
We've got starting at the house stage, 6 sets. My house stage opens up with To Be Honest, bringing up the tempo. We're going with Barry Can't Swim right after that. Groovy, jammy, let's have a blast. Then after Barry Can't Swim, we've got a solid hyper beam back to back, Om Mob back to back, Om Nom, bringing the people what they want. Following that, we got Sammy Virgie, one of the hottest acts right now. Following one of the hottest acts right now is the hottest act right now, Mau P. Following the hottest act right now is the most grossing sought after act with Kai Music.
Nice. It was a great list. I agree.
Top
and
notch.
mine, I revised a little bit at the end because I backed off of it. So at the beginning, I have Om Nom to open it up. It goes into Matroda.
Gang.
And then we got Noizu back to back Dombreski
Whoa, what a set.
into MK.
Gang.
into Chris Stussy, into Claptone.
Right on. Gang.
Gang. A great house.
All
I
right.
would go to both those festivals.
Yeah, totally.
Both unique.
Both unique. That's what I tried to go for. Like, really popular, but also really unique. So, that's what I went for. And now we're doing the techno stage. Jack, you started off. We'll start off with the openers.
Yeah, the openers. Okay.
The single opener. You're number 6.
My number 6.
Is this also sliding?
I feel like I'm gonna steal yours away
We'll
from
see.
you.
Okay.
Party Boy 69.
All right. The same thing has happened once again. Okay, go ahead. It's my turn. My number 6 is Will Clark.
That's not fair. I have him in a back to back.
God damn. All right. Well, we'll just say what we have. And,
All right,
you're
go.
number 5.
My number 5 is gonna be Space 92.
Oh, Space 92. That's fun. My number 5 is Chris Avant-Garde.
Great pick.
Mm-hmm.
Also more high energy.
Yeah.
My back to back is gonna be Will Clark back to back Green Velvet.
Ooh, that's really good. All right, I like that. That's funny, because my opener was Will Clark, and he's in your back-to-back. Your opener was Party Boy 69, and my back-to-back is Ket Boy 69.
Great.
Katama
pick.
back-to-back Ket Boy or Party Boy 69. Probably the best set you'll ever see. Most fun. Maybe not best. Most fun. No, it's the best. It's the best set you'll ever see. Ket Boy 69. Just take it easy out there, kids. All right. Your number 3. Let's hear it.
My number 3, just because I love him so much, D.O.D.
Oh, nice. This one, he was the first person who I knew for sure was gonna be on this list. Eli Brown. There was no world. I knew you were gonna say Eli Brown, but there was no world in which Eli Brown was not on my techno stage. I was being generous by throwing him 3rd.
Well,
he probably should be the headliner.
that was gonna be my headliner. So my next pick is gonna be Hannah Lang
Okay,
at my number 2.
gang. I
That's
don't know who that is.
Oh, Hannah Lang.
Maybe I do know who that
Slays.
is.
Yes, she's huge in techno. Dude.
Okay. Well, talking about she's huge in techno. My number 2. You said your number 2, right? Oh no, you said your number 3. My number 2. Oh, that was your number 2. My number 2 is the top dog right now, Sarah Landry.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
She was on my list.
Yeah, it's how can I not throw her on my list?
And my number 1, I'm gonna go Hannah Lang into Eric Prydz.
Oh, okay. For me, I'm going girl power right now.
I
My
love
lib
it.
is showing. My girl
Charlotte
pride
DeWitt?
flag is flying because I'm going Sarah Landry to Charlotte DeWitt. Queen on queen. I want to see them kiss. I do. I'm sorry. I want to see them kiss.
They probably have, and like.
Don't stop making
way.
me think about it. All right, so that's my headliner, Charlotte DeWitt. To give you a summary, this is for our fantasy lineups. With the techno stage, I've got starting off
We've
with my
got our
opener.
honorable mentions. You want to just sneak it in real quick?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
Umek is on there for me.
Oh, Umek was on my list. My honorable mention. It's between 2. Oh, and both were equally. I'm gonna have an honorable mention and an honorable mention.
Yes, I'll do
Okay.
one too.
My honorable mention is Adriatic.
Nice.
My honorable mention is Brutalismus 3000.
And mine is David Tort.
Nice. I really wanted to throw Brutalismus 3000 right just before Catboy 69, but it just wasn't logistically there, you know?
Same. So, all right, let's
All right. So,
recap.
fantasy lineup, techno stage, 6 artists. My opener for the techno stage is Will Clark. We're going to learn a little bit about the basics, Then we're going into Chris Avant-Garde, Bring Up the Energy. Then we're getting weird with it. Catboy 6ix9ine, Stay Safe Out There. Then we're going with who I think is the best techno right now, Eli Brown. Then who the people's favorite, Sarah Landry. And then probably actually maybe the best in techno right now, Charlotte DeWitt as my headliner. What a stage.
Great stage. And I think I got one to rival here with Party Boy 69 to like get it open, get the people going.
Yeah, let's have a good
hell's
time
going
right
on
off
here.
the bat.
And then the next, I'm going to go Space 92. Kind of get
Fun.
people into the techno, warm it up. And then we're going to go into Will Clark back-to-back Green Velvet.
Gang.
Just absolute gang. And into DOD, into Hannah Lang, into Eric Prydz.
Ooh.
Just, I think Hannah Lang and DOD are just bringing in the current vibe, hella, and just like slaying that shit in techno.
Yeah.
And then Eric Prydz is just going to just slay the rest of that stage.
Wow, we've got some good lineups.
Yeah.
All right, now do we want to consolidate?
Yeah, you want to like try to make the debate what we should keep between our...
Yeah.
Okay. So between To Be Honest and Om Nom, I'll relent and say we'll take To Be Honest because Om Nom's already on your back-to-back.
And I think that's the back-to-back we
as
should
long
go
as we
with.
keep Matroda in the next spot.
I like that.
Over
Barry Can't Swim.
Barry Can't Swim.
Okay, so we're going
just
with...
to fit with the cohesion of the lineup we have going. Because Barry Can't Swim's great, but he doesn't really... I don't think he meshes with your hyper set.
Yeah. I think he's... Yeah, Matroda's a much better...
If we're going to think about...
To be honest, to
on a lineup.
Matroda, to Hyperbeam. Yeah.
So we're going to go To Be Honest, into Matroda, into Hyperbeam. And then who's your Chris Sama? Or not?
I have Sammy Vergi as my 3.
I don't
Who's
know.
your 3?
MK?
Ooh.
Unless I want to throw Matroda in, or
Who's your number 2?
like I would throw Maddie on in there.
Who's your number 2 on your list right now?
MK.
Is your number 2?
Yeah.
Who's your number 3?
Or no, Chris Stussie's.
I'll give you
Hyperbeam you into Chris Stussie would be sick.
Hyperbeam into Chris Dusty. I'll give you that if you give me Mal P at number 2.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
And then we're going Fisher versus Kind Music. I'll let you decide that.
Would it be possible to
Mal
maybe
P
go
into
with a
Fisher is kinda
different?
sick.
Oh, totally sick.
Or should we just pick a totally entirely?
No, I
different?
think between these two, it would be Fisher. But what I was going to say is maybe we throw in a name that wasn't on here for the headliner.
like a. So we're going Mal P into
Yeah, that's pretty hard to do. Not many acts
Fisher's
are bigger
kind
than Fisher. Yeah,
of it.
boom. Fisher is the house guy right now. That's fair. All right, I like that. All right, so
Our consolidated list.
our consolidated, mutually agreed upon fantasy lineup list. The moment you guys have all been waiting for, if you're a house head. We got, starting off the list, our opener, To Be Honest, went to Tucson for
From
some
Tucson.
time, and that's in Arizona, and he's got some really, really good songs. So he's going to open us up, then bring us into Matroda. God, what a guy. What
German.
a guy. Is he German?
I believe so.
Oh, I thought I wanted him to be American.
No, he's definitely European.
Anyways, after that disappointing fact, then we've got American. I think that these are both Americans. Hyperbeam, Odd Mob, back to back, Om Nom. Let's go. Give the people what they want. Yes. Then we're gonna continue giving the people what they want with Chris Dusty, the guy, and then the man,
hot.
Mal P, Boom. We got one more set. Who else to finish it off but the legend himself,
The Aussie.
Fisher. Boom. That's our house consolidated fantasy lineup. Let's go. Now let's consolidate this techno lineup.
I think we got to keep Will Clark back-to-back Green Velvet.
Okay. All right. I'll give that to you because we can sell Party Boy 69.
Open.
Party
And then
Boy
I'll give you, what do you have in
69.
place of Space 92?
Chris Avantgarde. That's definitely who
I'll
we
let
should
you,
go with.
yeah, I'll concede that. Okay. And then DOD or over,
So we're doing
DOD
Will
or
Clark back to back.
Green Velvet. Which would be insane.
Yeah, that does sound insane. All right, I've got Eli Brown. You've got DOD.
Deal.
What?
Oh.
Oh, who's your number 2?
Well, can we just swap them?
Hera.
I did it in the last one.
I like that. We'll go DOD, Eli Brown.
Boom.
And then who was your headliner?
Wait, we lost all our girl power.
Not yet. Who was your
No.
headliner?
Eric Prydz.
Let's go with Charlotte.
Yeah, let's go Charlotte.
Okay. All right. Boom. The moment you guys have all been waiting for, our fantasy lineup, techno consolidated lineup is opening us up. Our opener, the best, the man, the myth, the legend himself. Who is he? I don't know. Other than Party Boy 69, gang shit. That's all I'm on. Let's go. And then keeping the energy high because it's techno. We got to just go.
Of course.
We got Chris Avantgarde. Boom, baby.
Boom. Bring up the energy.
Then you want legendary? We'll give you legendary. We got Will Clark back-to-back Green Velvet. Isn't there a name for that?
I don't know.
There's a name for that, I think.
Probably.
It's not La La Land. There's a name for that. There's a name for that.
La La
That's
Land
how
is
legendary
Green Velvet.
it is. Yeah.
Dirty Bird.
No, not Dirty Bird.
Who's Dirty Bird man?
Gorgon City?
No, Claude Von Stroke back-to-back Green Velvet.
Oh.
La La Land.
You're right. Yep. You're right. Dirty Bird, you're right. All right. We give you the legendary back-to-back. Now we're giving you the legendary, or if not, will be DOD, giving you that good.
Yeah.
Then
bringing up making you feel happy before
Making
Eli
you
Brown just
feel
brings you
happy
to another fucking
before
level.
Eli Brown sends you to another dimension, you'll be going so hard you never realize you could have gone so hard.
I like the two worlds there kind of clashing.
Yeah.
Because I like that it goes super, super happy, fun, incredible techno into like
To
dark.
just like main stage,
super
darker. Yeah, dude.
They're both main stage,
This
but
is
they have like
Both of
it's
these
the sun and the
lineups
moon.
are
We have the sun
best.
going into the moon.
Yeah. Both of these lineups are the best. Like, if we could produce this, we'd make millions. We'd make billions on one
We do it at
one
Tomorrowland
festival.
every year.
I know. Charlotte DeWitt is our headliner for our consolidated techno set because we love our ladies, and that is wow. That's the only woman we have. Hey, we love you, ladies. We got you on here.
We really love DOD and Eli Brown and Sarah Laundrie and Hannah Lang.
Sarah Landry's everywhere right now. You'll be able to see her. No problem. That also went into my.
I'd argue we could have
thought
gone
process.
Sarah Laundrie, Hannah Lang, Sarah Laundrie, and Eric Prydz too. I think both are valid.
If we really wanted to capitalize on liberal money, we could
Shut
go
the fuck up.
Hannah Lang, Sarah Landry, Charlotte DeWitt.
That's also a good list. I wouldn't be mad
Hey.
at that fest.
Libs are mostly college educated white folk. So they've got money.
Doesn't mean anything to me.
What is that germane to?
Huh?
I'm a college educated. I'm a dumbass.
What? What are you saying? Republicans are what?
Dumbasses. Well,
Also true.
I wanna so I wanna switch over. I wanna get involved now. So what I was thinking is, Dempsey, what we can do is do a Drake draft, a Drake song
Okay.
draft. You wanna spend some time while you get your songs together. Me and Jack can do a like a quick blindly ranks.
Okay.
We get that going.
Oh,
So
you have
can-
one ready for me?
I have plenty.
So I get 5 songs,
5 Drake songs. So
He has
I'll
his
switch thoughts with you.
and I'm not doing a random draft. I have to come in like these are my.
No, we're drafting.
Oh yeah, but I gotta put a
you
list
needed more
together.
than 5.
Yeah, I got you.
And I'll just do some
That's what
blindly ranks.
I thought we were doing. Look how many names I fucking wrote down on the whole.
Oh, that's how you were doing it.
And I was just putting numbers next to them.
Dude,
It's like they could be a 2, they could be a 2.
segment-
I see.
Dude, that segment literally went off for like 40 minutes. I fucking love it.
That was
great.
good. I really liked
That was great. So come up with your list.
And I love that we collaborated there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just give Jack a couple blindly ranks. Just kind of have some fun. I just kind of wrote some songs. So, Jack,
Are you on drugs? You sound out of breath.
I am on drugs. That's not even a joke. I'm cutting that out. So Jack, So Jack, blindly rank these 5 throwback pop songs.
Okay.
Poker Face, Lady Gaga.
We're going to go throw that at 3.
Hot and Cold, Katy Perry.
4. I'm leaning towards 5. 4.
4. Party in the USA, Miley Cyrus.
Number 1.
Single Ladies, Beyonce.
Number 2.
And your last spot's 5th.
Mm-hmm.
You Belong With Me
Bye.
by Taylor Swift.
Yeah, great. I wouldn't change a thing.
What do you have against Taylor Swift?
I don't really have anything against Taylor Swift. I just
Not your music? Like
that of all those songs, like I definitely don't like Hot and Cold, but I definitely would listen to it more than You Belong to Me.
See, but there's songs that everything knows. All right, Jack, blindly rank these 5 pop songs.
Okay.
Semi-Charmed Life by Third Eye Blind.
Ooh. I'm just gonna be basic again and go 3. And just rank
3
it
is just a
around
good
that.
rank because like
I'm just gonna rank it
it's not
around
a
it.
song where like you like or don't like. It's just like a song.
Yeah,
for me.
you're giving me softballs here.
Chasing Cars, Snow Patrol.
I'm gonna go 4.
Clocks, Coldplay.
Remind me? Yeah, we're gonna go 2.
How to Save a Life, The Fray.
Oh, that's 5.
You don't. I love that song. And then what's your last spot?
1.
How You Remind Me, Nickelback.
No!
Good stuff. Good stuff. Jack,
This is. I mean, I'm not mad.
I
can't
got
get
more.
mad at
I got
that.
more.
I'm sorry.
Jack, blindly rank these 5 pops. Blindly rank these 5. Okay, sorry. Jack, blindly rank these 5 emo pop punk songs.
Oh God, I'm so out of my world.
I Write Sins Not Tragedies, Panic at the Disco.
1. That's probably gonna be the only one I know.
Dirty Little Secret, All American
Oh,
Rejects.
3.
Sugar We're Going Down, Fall Out Boy.
2.
Helen, My Chemical Romance.
4.
And you have one more?
Yeah.
The Middle, Jimmy Eat World.
Sure. 5. I wish I could put Jimmy Eat World higher as being an Arizona band.
Of course, represent.
Represent.
All right, Jack, blindly rank these 5 hair metal songs. Sweet Child O' Mine, Guns N' Roses.
I hate all these songs. 5.
5? That's Sweet Child O' Mine is 5.
5.
One of the greatest songs of all time.
Debatable.
One of the greatest songs of all time. You Give Love a Bad Name, Bon Jovi.
4.
Pour Some Sugar on Me, Def Leppard.
3.
Jesus. Rock and Roll All Night, Kiss.
2.
So your number one is "Don't Stop Believin'" Journey. That's pretty good. But you hate all of these songs?
Yeah, I think my list is great. The only one I would even consider like an okay song is "Don't Stop Believin'." It's just for the entertainment fact of the crowd singing along. That's about it.
What do you have against hair metal music?
It's the worst part of rock and roll
The worst
of all time. Like,
I think that's a bold take because I think there's a lot of people.
because guess what just came after the hair metal? Grunge, which is like the second or third best era of
It's
rock.
probably it's probably one of the greatest eras in music history, like in pop music history, was the grunge era. Like,
Well, it's just because it was pop. I hate pop trying to attach, but
being
germane.
popular
all
music.
right,
Pop
being,
isn't
all right,
popular
listen to me.
music. Like music that's popular.
Being germane to rock, though, like what you got, fucking Elvis era, fucking just rock
But
first starting.
I think it
Then you
had
got the-
hair metal has a time and place in rock history. It was very imagey. It was more image based because of the MTV, and they were flashier. It was kind of
Little
like when
substance.
you think about like the story of people want to be in a rock band and want to be like a rock star, they immediately think of like the hair metal guys. You don't think of like, oh, I want to be like one of the like
Yeah, and they all
like,
fade out.
You don't like
None of them are relevant
that's
today.
like the
Paul McCartney's still
the
making
caricature.
songs.
It's the caricature's version of like a rock star, like is what hair metal is. Like it's kind of like a parody of what rock
Yeah, and
eventually became.
But
it has its charm. I think it's fun. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and I think you could say the same thing about Bumble, the mumble rap.
But
era.
they do take themselves serious. That's the fucking
that's the
fucked
fun-
up shit.
Like Bon Jovi, "Slippery When Wet,"
Oh,
Appetite for Destruction" by Guns N' Roses. You got
All right, some of these bands might actually have good songs. Doesn't mean like the genre, like the whole era wasn't trash. Like one name bands, these hair metal bands, like
Poison.
all the 80s kind of was trash, except for like
The guitar work is impressive though, like with these type of songs.
for rock and roll sake, the 80s was trash.
Yeah. So if you kind of saw what I did, I tried to do like different genres, different like groups.
Yeah, talking to Mike, bro.
Yeah. So I try to just kind of vary our genre, see how widely we go. I would love to see how big we can make it, how far we can go with the EDM, because I think you two are perfect for this. Like the fact that you guys can go like an hour and a half just talking EDM, like no script, no guide, just kind of just doing things on the spot. That's exactly what you need. Me and Demsky, like outside of music, we went 3 hours straight, just not even
Gabbing.
noticing. Yeah. Yeah, that's all my drafts.
Nice. That was fun.
That's the Demsky. How we doing?
Pretty good. I'm not ready.
Wait. I mean, we could. Well, okay. Let's take back your spot. I'm gonna take that spot, and then let's draft. Let's draft some Drake songs. Welcome back.
All right, welcome back.
All right, Demsky.
Nabong.
Let's draft.
Alex.
Let's go, Alex.
What's up, Alex?
It's not much, Alex. Let's draft some Drake songs.
Let's do it.
I'll let you go first since you're the biggest Drake fan I know, and that's no exaggeration.
And I wouldn't even say I guess I am a pretty big Drake fan. All right, I'm gonna say number one.
You're literally the only person that sided with Drake that I know.
That's fair. All right, my number one is, I don't know how it gets better. Hold On, We're Going Home.
Wow, what a number one pick. You know why? Because I like Drake with the melodies. I don't like Drake when he act tough. You know what I'm saying?
I like both. I actually like it more when he acts tough.
Sure.
But sometimes he's just got that really good.
You know what?
good
I'm gonna hit it back with another R&B gem. I'm gonna do "Find Your Love."
Okay. Let's see.
Kanye produced.
I'm gonna go with number 2. I'm gonna go "Take Care."
What a song. Yeah, these are. Wow, you actually know you know you're Drake. I'm impressed.
Of course I know. Actually.
You picked, but can you go deep like that? Okay, because I could do like a comeback season song, like the comeback season. It's like his mixtape before. I'm just gonna do a one from Thank Me Later. I'm gonna do the song Thank Me Now.
Okay.
You could thank me now.
All right, I think I'm gonna skip my 3. I'm gonna go with my 4, which is She Will.
Oh, okay. We're doing features. I was actually gonna include this feature. Nicki Minaj's "Moment for Life," featuring Drake.
Good one. Good one.
Love that
I think
song.
that's the only feature I have on this list. But
Not even the best Lil Wayne Drake collab. Right above it's better. In my opinion.
let's see. I am gonna skip my number 3 again. Go with my number 5, which is The Motto.
Now she want a photo. You already know though. You only live once. That's the motto. YOLO.
Historically relevant with Winston Churchill saying the expression in the letter.
What expression?
So you're telling me Drake is similar to the
No, I'm saying
English prime minister?
he bit Winston's flow.
Winston Churchill, the prime minister? Okay. So we're in number 4.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have some fun. I'm going to do something from the comeback season. I'm going to draft, let me remember. I had this song in mind. It's a Ninth Wonder beat.
So we only get 5 slots.
Do you want to do
This
more?
is hard.
We could do some, we'll do honorable mentions afterwards.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to draft, where is it? I'm going to draft Think Good Thoughts. Off the
Okay.
comeback season. I'm gonna draft Think Good Thoughts.
What were your lists?
Huh?
What were your lists?
I'm gonna draft what?
What were your lists?
I don't remember. So I had Moment for Life. I had I had Find Your Love. I had, what was the other one I did? Oh, I did Thank Me Now. Yeah. I'm gonna take a hit for my last one. One of the hits. You're on number 5.
Mm-hmm. This is hard. I'm going between 3 of these right now. I don't know whether to go with the bigger song. That's definitely a better song, or the one that I like more. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the heart. I'm gonna go with Sneak In as my number 5. Sneak In with 21.
My number 5.
I think it was his first song with 21, actually.
Wow.
It started the bromance.
21 gave him 21 gave you false street cred. Anyway, I'm gonna.
I think his street cred originally came from Future, no?
No, it came from Drake. Drake was more thug than all those guys.
True. Drake is the thug.
Yeah. My number 5 is I'm gonna draft Tuscan Leather.
Okay.
Yeah. So let me review the list. Thank Me Now. Find Your Love. Shit. And then I did Think Good Thoughts. And then Tuscan Leather. Okay. What was your list?
Okay, my number 1 was Hold On, We're Going Home. The number 1 and number 2 best songs probably of all time for Drake. Number 2 would be Take Care. Probably the 2 best songs Drake has ever made.
I can't argue with that.
Boom.
Take Care. I listened to Take Care. That was like my favorite Drake song growing up.
Yeah,
Like,
such
like
a
when
good
that
song.
album came out, that was a song I got heavy on.
All right, my number 3 is She Will with Lil Wayne. My number 4 is The Motto, also with Lil Wayne. And my number 5 is Sneak In with 21 Savage.
Good picks. Good picks.
So you could argue Lil Wayne made Drake.
Get on here.
I don't think that's an argument at all. I think that's like a known. Well,
Same,
maybe
same
not
way
known,
Dr.
but
Dre.
that's a
There
fact.
would be no Eminem without Dr. Dre.
Yeah, but that doesn't take.
There would be no
anything
Snoop
away
Dogg
from
without Dr.
Drake
Dre.
or Eminem.
There would be no Pusha T without Pharrell.
Yeah, But that doesn't take anything away from the person who got found.
But that I think
Don't
that's just
trash my dog.
that's nothing to
dog.
do with Drake. That's has everything to do with the industry. And the industry is about who you know. And if you could get your name associated with someone, that's how you play the game.
Sorry for being successful.
How do you think Drake got really good at playing the game? He collaborated with all the biggest names.
He partied with Wayne.
And he thought he could win a rap beef against Kendrick Lamar, and he didn't. Well, that's unfortunately, yeah. Rest in peace, Drake. Nokia is actually like.
That's an honorable mention.
So in on the Billboard right now, number 1 is Luther and number 2 is Nokia. It's crazy.
It's a really good song.
I think it's gonna overtake it's gonna overtake Kendrick in my opinion. So I think Drake's gonna go back on top. Hasn't missed a step. He's
of course not. He never did.
Nokia. I didn't know Nokia would hit like that. Yeah.
Of course.
Good for Drake. Yeah, I'm glad Drake got himself.
You haven't?
I will say this: he did make them. He went to the melodies. He did not try to make a rap song. It was very like.
No, he did. He made rap songs.
He did, but like he
raps in Nokia.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, the album's fine. Yeah. So that's all I wanted to do. I think I just wanted to hop in there. I think I want to Jack. You want to take over?
Well, do you want to do honorable mentions?
Let's do honorable mentions.
All right, go ahead.
Headlines is one of the big ones.
One of my honorable mentions is Forever. That was my number 3, but then I was
okay. I want to talk about Forever. That's an interesting song. So Forever, that was a song that introduced me to Drake, like that and Best I Ever Had, and who was on that song? Everyone, but like think about like the artists that are on, like the caliber of artists. You got Kanye and Lil Wayne. Like think about those 3 people. No, even like that 4 combo alone. That's like you can make an argument. That's like the Mount Rushmore of like 2010s hip hop. Like those 4 guys. Those are the 4 guys that kind of like carry the 2010s hip hop.
Absolutely.
Like every artist like that came out afterwards was inspired in some way by any of these 4 guys.
Yes.
And Forever is probably the most legendary posse cut in our lifetime.
Yes.
Can I ask, what do you rank worst to best verses?
What?
Like the worst to best verses in that song. Like who has the best verse in that song? Worst from first to last. I'm gonna give you mine right now. I gotta write it though.
I have no idea, dog.
Okay, I'll give you mine.
All right, yeah, let's hear your thoughts.
I think this was mine since I first heard the song. All right. You remember the song, though? Yeah, like you remember everyone's verses?
Yeah.
Ish. Okay. So this is my list on who I think...
Wait. I haven't looked at your list yet. Let me write down what I think. I think it's going to go... Ooh, this is tough.
Hey, Jack, do you want to get in on this? No? No, this one's interesting. This one's fun.
Okay. What I think you're going to say is you're going to say Eminem number 1, Kanye number 2, Wayne number 3, Drake number 4. That's
pretty good. You think I got Kanye bias, but I'm not going to lie.
I figured you had Kanye biased.
No, I'm not going to lie.
I was like, he's real about the fact that Kanye is not the best rapper, but he loves Kanye.
Yeah, you like that. For the most part, I do Kanye biased, but for this one, like he was clearly like the what?
I'm trying to see.
Yeah, he was clearly the weak link. Like everyone had a better verse than him. Although I could probably like recite his verse. Ever, Mr. West is in the building.
His verse is a banger.
Ran the world like Michelle's husband.
He's like, I don't know. He's not the best rapper, but he's definitely not a bad rapper.
No, he's
what?
One of the funniest.
Yeah,
definitely
easily. He always
funniest.
has funny lines. Always has funny lines.
Him
Memorable.
and 21 are the funniest rappers in the game. 21 Savage.
All right, E40's funnier.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So let me round this off. So Kanye's last. He's my last. Then Drake is third.
Mm-hmm.
Then Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
And then by far the best one is Eminem.
Yeah, that's fair.
But in my opinion, well, Drake is the worst artist out of all these guys. But like at the time, I was such an Eminem stan where like Eminem was just like so much better than everyone else. But looking back in it, I think I like Kanye and Lil Wayne more than Eminem. I think I'm at that point that
I agree.
You agree? Would you agree with that?
That doesn't mean that I think they're better than Eminem, but their music has definitely been more influential to me.
Yes.
And I definitely listen to their music more.
It just sucks Kanye is a skinhead.
Yeah.
I mean, are you really surprised?
No.
Nah, man. I mean, like the dude is he's mentally ill, man. Like why do I give it?
He's got a song called Black Skinhead.
Yeah. He does have a song, and you know what they're wearing in that song? You know what they're wearing in that song? The black.
What?
So you seen the music
Black
video?
Mamba?
No, you seen the music video of it? So in the very beginning, here, I'm just gonna play it for you real quick. You gotta see this. This is so funny because it foreshadows so much.
For Kanye?
For Kanye, of
Yeah.
course. Dude, no, that's literally the cover.
Oh, yeah. It's like black KKK hoods.
Yes, and that's exactly what when he went to you saw the DJ Academics interview.
No?
Okay. So this is like a couple weeks ago.
He wore a KKK.
Yes.
Oh, I do think I heard about that.
Yeah.
He wore... What did he wear?
Let me look it up.
Oh, what?
Kanye.
You know the KKK.
He wore
the-
exactly that.
the
like
cap.
No,
He-
exactly like the.
Oh, but it was black? Oh, that's what he wore? Jeez.
He wore that.
It's literally the same.
The same
yeah.
thing, and it's so funny.
Wow.
It's so funny. So in the
Oh my
in the video,
goodness.
he comes in. The interview starts off just a normal interview, and then he like just leaves for like 3 minutes and comes back in that like no explanation, nothing. Just continues the interview just with the go. Like come on, like that. Well, this should be cut off.
Oh, gosh.
We gotta start cutting shit off.
Oh, man. Oh, Kanye. Oh, Kanye.
I'll say this. I will say this about Kanye. Kanye has done in his whole career, he's been very consistent. He loves to prove people wrong. He's done this ever since he got famous. Everything he does because he thought no one else, because people thought he couldn't do it. And he was like, no,
So
I'm going to do it.
How is
A
that?
black man supporting Donald Trump? Who's the one that was so uncool? You know how uncool that is? And Kanye's like, fuck it. I'm going to prove y'all wrong. You guys don't think...
Again, I'm sorry.
And so that a black man in the KKK, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to prove them wrong.
Yes.
Is that your thought process there?
I think he just loves
He's
like
doing
he's
it
like a
just to
child. He's like a
troll.
child. Like if a child's told he can't play his toys.
Robinson of the KKK.
I mean, I see your argument. He is the ultimate contrarian.
Yeah, and like as a contrarian myself, it's kind of like how do you not identify with?
Just never take it that extreme.
No.
No.
Never take it that extreme.
Yeah, there's a point where, I mean, to be fair,
Also,
for the most part, contrarians are annoying.
And you're like, oh, we gotta cut it off.
Okay, we'll cut it off. We'll cut it off.
No, don't cut it off. I'm saying don't cut it off. If you're gonna bring it here, don't fucking cut it off.
You're like, I shouldn't have
But
done this.
We were
Abort,
talking. Okay,
abort.
Let's go back into talking about the verse. Yes, Eminem had the best verse. He was probably my favorite rapper at that time, and that was right around the time Recovery was about to release. Do you remember Recovery?
Yeah.
With Not Afraid and Love the Way You Lie. Terrible.
I'm not afraid.
You think it's terrible?
I'm not afraid to take a stand.
Would you play that shit at the clubs? Would you?
Everybody.
Do you think would you play that? Like what environment?
Which one?
Either one of those songs. What environment would be like? Yes, you should play Not Afraid.
If you make a sick remix of I Need a Doctor.
Not Afraid is works for like inspirational, like if you want like some motivational videos or some campaign speeches. You
But
play
I
Not
feel
Afraid.
like it could work at certain bars.
Sure, I mean I'm not because it's a
It's
earworm.
a singy song.
It's an earworm. Everyone would sing along to it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's super popular with the DJs in Michigan.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like at that point, just play real Slim Shady. I mean, but
Let's play it out.
it is played out, overplayed. You play Without Me for the billion time. See, Eminem gets club hits. Eminem
Of
gets played in the
course.
clubs,
Yes.
but like modern Eminem, no.
No.
You wouldn't play a song like a modern Eminem, but you could play like a Without Me, or like a Forgot About Dre or something like that in the clubs easily. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you totally could. Yeah, Eminem. I mean, hip hop. Most of it belongs in the club. Let's be real. But yeah, all right. Well, I think that. What was your 5?
My 5 was Find Your Love, Thank Me Now, Think Good Thoughts, Moment for Life, and Tuscan Leather.
And mine was Hold On, We're Going Home, Take Care, She Will, The Motto, and Sneak In.
All right.
Mine's better.
Well, obviously mine's better because
No, mine's better.
we'll see what the audience thinks.
We'll see what the one commenter says.
Hey, we got
we get one.
No, we're gonna go viral. This is the one that goes viral.
This is gonna go viral. What's the standard for viral?
I'd say a couple thousand. I mean, like 10, 15,000.
If what?
What?
What? What? Okay, so 1,000 views is viral.
We're gonna get 1,000.
All right, we're going viral. 1,000 views, baby. The whole world's gonna know about us.
That's the whole point.
Nah, that was never actually viral. 1,000? I feel like you need to get like 1 million views to go viral. Maybe less. I don't know. I was just a kid. All right.
Jack. I think this is a good place to
End it. Yeah.
Thank you for watching.
Thanks for having me.
Episode 4. You're probably gonna be
I'm
a
the
regular.
third
Let's
hippie.
just try to do. Me and Jack are gonna do this every week. So if you
We
could
should
just,
be. You should be 2.5 hippies.
I like 2.5 hippies.
2.5 hippies.